What's going on, my friends? Israel Galindo here from Evolve. I hope you guys are doing amazing out there, as always. Today, we wanted to bring you a very cool card reading with our Oracle deck for one reason, and that is because today, 11/11/21 really synchronizes, and when you see repeated numbers, that's just known as synchronicity. So, this is one of those things we wanted to bring to you, how the universe is talking to you and how you're talking to the universe. And when synchronicity hits, it's a well time for you to intend and connect as one to the universe. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go through it. Okay, so for today's draw for the public, these are cards that we drew from 3 different Oracle decks. Now, let me tell you about Oracle decks. Unlike Tarot, Oracle deck really focus on a bigger picture than giving you individual breakdowns of things. Maybe an Oracle card might want you to work on something. Maybe an Oracle card is giving you insight on something that's going on with you. So what we did for this one is we meditated today and we did an intention reading for all of you out there. Now, why the 3 different decks? Well, let me tell you. Different people resonate to different cards and different beings. For me, I resonate to the Oracle of the Mermaids because I'm very attached to water mermaids and the reason and meaning behind a mermaid and a mermaid song. Now, the magical spell cards, those are actually giving you an intention that you can put out to the universe to give you sort of a path and sort of a I wish for kind of feeling. And those magical cards also really give intention for the people that don't really know what they're looking for. Now, the Blessed Be cards really spoke to me as well when I was in Las Vegas. And those are because they're blessing certain parts of your life. Now, all of these 3 decks are by Lucy Cavendish, one of my favorite authors and artists. And one of my favorite things about Lucy is how she collaborates with artists to make these beautiful, beautiful cards and designs. Very artistic, very speaking to your soul. Now, if you're going to go pick Oracle decks, tarot cards, whatever, really pick it by what you're feeling. Now, for me, the mermaid spoke to me right away, something that really spoke to me. Magical cards really spoke to me in the sense of being able to call out and ask the universe for certain things. And the Blessed Be cards is because I felt that although you're asking for things to manifest things, blessing things are also amazing. And Lucy does a great job on all of these 3. These are my favorite 3 decks that I use for Oracle. Now, unlike our Oracle reading or Tarot reading, today we just meditated earlier today and I pulled 3 cards. And I want to go over the 3 cards with you that we've pulled for you. Now, just remember that each of these cards individually means something, but together bring a whole picture. And the intention today was, what can we serve to the world today at this time, in this time of the year, and see what speaks to all of us as a whole energetic flow of beings here on planet Earth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the boxes out of the way as I've pulled the cards, and we'll go one by one just to see what the cards are together. Now, I did sort the cards through and laid them flat, and then we're going to flip them together and learn what each of these mean so we can get an idea. So let me move the boxes out of the way first. One thing you are going to notice is the back of these 3 cards are very unique. They all have meaning, they all mean something. In regards to the back of the mermaid card, you see this beautiful mermaid enchanted by the sea and the sky and working as one. In regard to the spell card, you see this being sort of coming out of, I guess, a portal, if you will. And you can see the moon there, and you can see that he's unveiling, coming out of the veil to speak to you. You will see also that there's water in that one. And then in this third one, the Blessed Be cards, you're going to see the three, they look like cardinals to me. And as they're looking at each other, and the circle around it, and everything else, all of these cards have a lot of meaning and detail, and it's always good to make sure that you go over each of these cards uniquely and understand not only the message, but all the drawings, because they all mean something, especially if you're trying to connect and resonate with that intention as well. So what I like to do is go left to right. Left for me is here, the Mermaid card, the Spell card, and the Blessed Be card. We're going to flip one each one by one, and I will show you the card, read you the message if there's a message on the card, and then we'll go through each of these things. Now for the Mermaid cards, mermaids have what we call a song. Every mermaid sort of does a chanting song. Now it doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and sing to you, but I'm going to really give you the song, the message, what they sing and are trying to get into your soul, into your heart. Second part of the Mermaid card is going to be the intention. What is put out there for you to understand and for you to, to see, to feel. That's another thing that we really, really want to put forth and understand, that it's trying to call upon us and let us know what it's looking for. Now, in the second one, which is a spell deck card, that one is going to have an actual spell. It is a short blurb, if you will. Think of it like an intention saying, like a mantra. Now this intention saying, I will break it down to the more detailed one that comes out of the book. And then also it has an intention. What does it really mean when you do the spell? And what is that card really speaking to you as a whole as well? Now, all the way in the right, we're going to have the Blessed deck. And what the Blessed deck is going to do is it's going to look at something in our lives and bless that part of your body. It's kind of like going, hey, you have this amazing trait, and this is what we want to focus on because you're empowered by that. Now, once we look at these three cards, we're also going to look at these three cards in togetherness, like a puzzle. What do all the three mean separate? And what do they mean together? And what is the message that we're trying to unveil to you at this time of year, during this physical land that you're in? And also what it means to you as a whole. And again, the intention was put to do a public reading for all of you, just to give you sort of that. So what I'd like you to do is, as we're going to go to these cards, I want you to take just a big, long breath in, hold it, and let the breath out. Let's do that 2 more times. Hold it and let it out. Now this last time, what I want you to do is look at these cards and take them in with your breath. Let it embody your entire being. Feel it, hold that intention of what these cards are meaning for you tonight, and breathe out that amazing energy to make these cards come alive. Let's do this. Hold it by the intention of those cards, and let it out, and breathe that energy to not only yourself, but everybody else out there watching as well. Now here we go. So we're going to pull first from the Mermaid deck, the first card. Now, the first card is called the Divination card. Now, what does the Divination card mean? First of all, let's look at this card. In this card, you've got a mermaid, and she is very attentive, and she looks like she's leaning on the sand. She's listening, she's looking very attentive, and it's like her third eye is open. What the third eye really means is your connection with your higher self and with source and everything, and how you're able to intentionally see without really seeing. Now there's a lot of these things in this card that you can also catch. One, the markings on her forehead, the way she's looking, noticing that her left eye is shown and not her right eye. It is her right hand over her right ear as she's very, very attentive, and her index finger in her left hand is pointing outwards. You also notice that in the tail, the way it's curving in regards to mermaids is they have really playful tails like cats and dogs that move, but you can see this one, it's in a pose of intention, of understanding, and that's what we're trying to do. Divination is understanding. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a little bit about this card. Now one of the things about this card that I'm going to read to you is what it shows: prophecy, fate, destiny, future, and fortune. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to the camera and just kind of tell you about the Song of the Mermaid. The divination Song of the Mermaids really means that the mermaids really surround themselves in a universal mirror. Now, a universal mirror is like this. You have a mirror, so it's clear, right? You can see through it, but you can see your reflection. Now, mermaids surround themselves in the universal mirror, which is the ocean, water. It's the ultimate mirror, right? From above looks like a mirror, from below looks like a mirror. So remember that in the water, the dense water carries vibration, feeling, emotion. Imagine screaming underwater. You can feel the vibration, but you can really feel in your chest that feeling, that powerfulness. You know, a whale in the water, if you were underneath, you can feel the power of the whale. You feel emotion. Now, divination, meaning since sound travels in water, these mermaids can hear and see and forecast things coming at them before they're even in front of them. They sense, they get those heightened sense of warnings and outcomes before the vibration can even hit their third eye. Prophecy, fate, future, and fortune. This is what they understand by connecting with the ultimate source and putting forth the all-seeing eye of intellect. So let's keep that in mind right there, intellect. Divination is really showing you foresight, right? That's where we're going to kind of keep it. Now, the intention of this card is this. If divination is an insight of all-knowing, seeing beyond all and understanding what's to come before it's even here, what does that mean for you? Already you're knowing the outcome, right? So listen, hear very close, not only with your ears, with your eyes, and with your intention, and be aware of all around you as your third eye shows you the path and the light. Now that again is a divination card from our mermaids. Now let's head over to our second card, which is really our spell card. See what that one's about. Okay, this one here is the study card. Now this one you can read a lot better than the divination card because the font's a lot bigger. Now in this one you're going to notice a young girl studying. She's looking at a book. Now also pay attention to her hands. Her left hand is up to her face and her throat, as the right hand is holding a book. And the way she's looking at it, everything has a meaning. The way the chair's set up, the lamp or tree behind her, it all means something. Now the word on it is study, and there's number 36 on it. And it states, this is the short mantra spell. This is what you can chant 3 times. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Now remember, these all have meanings. So study for you means learning, understanding, going further than what your knowledge is on things, right? So let's break that card a little bit further down. So we've got divination and study. Let's go into study for a second. And I like coming over to the camera to talk to you guys here. So in regards to the study spell card, let me go over it. The full spell of that, because I gave you just a little blurb, is this. Let me focus and absorb, listen to all the words, all the lessons and the lore. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. and by the power of 3 by 3, as I do will, so mote it be. That's the actual spell that you're chanting out there. When you're breaking that down, it's asking to absorb and focus on these lessons and all the learnings and the history of everything, right? Could be job, could be personal, could be a partner, could be the situation. And when there's asking in this spell, you're asking for your mind to be clear, to be strong, right? Next part of the spell is, let me study well and long. Let me take the lay of the land and understand every layer. Just like we're looking at this card, we're picking up all the details on it. We're understanding it. You might go, Israel, just let me have the card. I'm just going to study it for a while, because it's a very important card, right? Now, what does it mean? What's the intention behind this card? Well, focus and study, and remember to always watch and learn before vetting your words, so you can learn from your higher self. Now, that meaning the truth and understanding and the wisdom that's all around you is brought forth to the world. Once you get that full understanding, you get what? The clearer picture. And that's very important when we talk about studying, whether it's study of a book, craft. You get to understand the ins and outs, the intellect of everything. Once you have that knowledge, you can speak that knowledge out with so much force and strength and empowerment to help others, like we are doing tonight. So it's very good to always understand the wisdom behind things and bring it forth to the world once you really gave it a full review. Okay, so let's go to card number 3. This is from our Blessed Be card again by Lucy Cavendish. Amazing artist. If you want to look her up, you can. And also, she has a great podcast, by the way, too. So let's pull up the third one. And the third one is this beautiful lady with red hair. Notice that on her left side, near her ear, are flowers. And she has a cardinal, same ones that we see in the back, over her shoulder. You're going to see the moon right in front of her face and the way she's looking at things. And the number on this card is 26. The original number, by the way, guys, on the Mermaids card was 15, 36, and 26. Now, in this card here, there's a blessing for you. A blessing for the right words. So, what does that mean for you? What is a blessing for the right words mean? If I said, hey, I'm going to bless you for the right words, it's really giving you, hey, I'm just going to sort of root for you that the right things are going to come out at the right time, that you're going to think things through, that you're going to study the situation, and with your foresight of divination, you're going to bring these words forth just in the right timing to get the outcome that you're looking for. So let's talk about that right now in this. The blessing on here is for apt speech. It's for your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is really your communication. So invoking clear words to really find their mark. When I say something, when I put something forth, like saying this mouse, and I'm talking about a mouse, right? A mouse. But the way I say it, this beautiful acrylic mouse, and you see my emphasis, and really put forth that this is an amazing tool that we use every single day. Now, one of the things about this card and putting your mark in your voice and your communication is the intention, right? The intention of this is the power of speech and the strength that you have internally. All of us do. We all have it. In every single word you speak, and the empowerment of the truth from your lips, everything that comes out should flow. There should never be a hesitation. There should never, ever be a mask. There should never be anything you're hiding behind, and you speak your truth. So, divination, study, and the right words, the blessed be card of the right words. When you look at these three in a book, think of it like a story. You're being told that all of us have foresight. All of us know outcomes even before we know outcomes. We've seen many scenarios over and over and over. Our world has spun around and round, and there's always things that seem to just fall the same. Now, you as a creator are in control of those outcomes. Think about it. You walk in the house and you fight with your partner. Right off the bat, the minute you walk in the door, the rest of the night just goes south. How could you change that outcome? You study the situation. You put forth the knowledge, the divination, right? You're like, I'm going home tonight. I'm going to put forth a great mood, a happy mood. I'm going to study the scene before I get home. You know, maybe text, maybe a phone call. How are things going? And when you get home, you don't really come out with horrible words. You come out with, how was your day? Hope you had a great day. I thought of you, you know, etc. Same thing with jobs, same things with your children, others, and even just yourself. You go on vacation and you really just put yourself in a mode. If, you know, I didn't like it, the plane sucked, this, that, whatever, you get negative. And what we want to do is keep that into a positive. So here's the meaning that I wanted to go over with you. As we come into the holidays, and others are in your space and are connecting so close to you, especially with the way that COVID has hit and now things are opening up and people are coming together in gatherings, right? All true. Remember to always use your power of divination, foresight, foreseeing outcomes that are not yet delivered in gatherings with others, in your everyday life. And the middle card, studying each cue, visually and audio, enhancing your truths and wisdoms of situations, amplifying the blessings of your throat chakra, your communication again in your speech, to be able to put forth your thoughts into words that are not hurtful and can carry their weight. So again, this is a time for you to do self-study about yourself and connect with your higher self, with the universe as one. We are all connected. We're all energy. Whether you believe it or not, we are all connected. And we really are. So what you need to do is you need to find the real you. Don't hide behind the masks that we put on or our fake profiles that we have on social media. Be the real you. Really speak your truths and study each situation clear to always divinate the higher outcomes of each situation you are part of. So don't forget, my friends, connect to source, study each vibration and information brought forth to you, and speak without holding back or using the fake version of ourselves. I love you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I'll see you on the next one. Israel Galindo, Evolve. Like and subscribe.